Sonia Jones, and I am craft obsessed. I knit, I weave, I crochet, I spin, I hand dye my own yarn, I colour, I draw, I paint, I do 5D paintings, cross stitch, just started doing needle felting, I love doing jigsaw puzzles, playing puzzly computer games, and just generally keeping myself out of trouble by doing something with my hands at all times. J-King and Crochet Queen, and then final design is the one with no words, just 10, 11, 12, and get them all in the right place. Oh, even one more, should we care? I'm called Sonia Jones, and I am craft obsessed. I knit, I weave, I crochet, I spin, I hand dye my own yarn, I colour, I draw, I paint, I do 5D paintings, cross stitch, just started doing needle felting, I love doing jigsaw puzzles, playing puzzly computer games, and just generally keeping myself out of trouble by doing something with my hands at all times. J-King and Crochet Queen, and then final design is the one with no words, just 10, 11, 12, and get them all in the right place. Oh, even one more, should we care? I'm called Sonia Jones, and I am craft obsessed. I knit, I weave, I crochet, I spin, I hand dye my own yarn, I colour, I draw, I paint, I do 5D paintings, cross stitch, just started doing needle felting, I love doing jigsaw puzzles, Hi guys! So you'll find I have no face camera at the moment. I'm here. We've had to go with no face camera, simply because I couldn't make it work. Couldn't do it. It's just too awkward trying to get a green screen and stuff behind me, so we're just going no face camera and we're just going to have my hands, which apparently look very red on that camera, I don't know why. Hoping you can all hear me alright. We will get started in a second. I'm just trying to look at something. Just trying to do gift memberships on my YouTube. I can't choose who they go to, so I'm hoping they've gone to people I wanted to, but looking at this, they haven't. I'll try again later once some people in chat and see if it will trigger it to go to them as well. Because unfortunately, the gift membership doesn't allow me to pick who it goes to. For some reason on YouTube, it just goes to who it randomly does, and it doesn't seem to have picked all of my regulars. It's got one of you, but it's not got the rest of my regulars. I don't know why. It's supposed to pick regulars over non-regulars, and it hasn't. So I'll try again. I've got 5 more I can give away, but I'll wait until some people in chat and then see if that will trigger it, give them to the correct people or not. But otherwise, we're just going to get on. We're doing this. So let me sit down because I have to move between computer and craft area. Right now, it's probably a good idea that I don't have a face cam on, because getting into my computer, into my chair, it's very hard work. But we are making the little mini yarn stitch markers because I need to get a bunch made before wall shows. I know we only done this a few weeks ago, but my next haul show is coming up and I already need to get a bunch more made, so we're going with that. I've already pre-laid out my rainbow yarn. You can't see all of it, there's a little bit off screen this side, the reds, and then there's also pinks, blacks, greys, browns and whites and creams just off view as well, looking at that. But we do have the full rainbow as best as I can do, because we don't actually have every colour. I'm kind of winging it with the purples because there's not a lot of purple left in things. I only use yarn that's the end of projects and things, so little balls are already used. I don't grab a whole ball or anything. So we're just going to have to go with it. Now, last time I made 12 spare 6 pairs, and it wasn't enough, so we will be making 24 this time. Sorry guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now if you remember, this is just a quilling tool that I'm using, but you could use Old Spice jar or something if you wanted. And we're just wrapping it around a bunch of times, depending on the thickness of the yarn. I tend to do an average of 7, a little more if the yarn is particularly thin, a little less if it's particularly thicker. I try not to work with more than DK weight yarn. Most of this is 4-ply or lace. Chunky doesn't work for this size, it's too big and it just doesn't work. But then we're just going to twist it up. We've just put some needles in the end, twist this up, and I'm hoping I'll be able to stay on camera a little better this time with this new setup, but we will see. Hoping you guys can see alright. I know my hand covers it, but there's not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. I'm just gonna pop it all on one needle so we can then lift the back one over the front one. May have twisted it a little tight to make this doable. I keep meaning to bring a crochet hook and do it that way, but I forget. Might grab one in a second, because I think crochet hook would definitely be better for this. Just trying to grab the last few. There we go. That's the last few strands so that we pick them all up. I'm gonna snip off our loose ends. The knot is hidden inside, so it should be safe to snip off. I've really got to pick up my sharper scissors. I have sharper scissors, I just grabbed the wrong ones. Let me grab a crochet hook and better scissors a minute. Climb out of the chair again. Hopefully you can still hear me. Project bags here, so I just have to find the correct one. That's got my scissors, and then we want a small crochet hook over here. Saying over here, you lot can't see anything, can you? Let's go with a 2mm. That should be thin enough to do it, I should think. There we go. 2mm crochet hook and a sharper set of scissors. That should be better, shouldn't it? So we're going to go no face cam for the future, for the foreseeable future, until we either move or the ones who are at home on Thursday afternoons start working on Thursday afternoons. Pull these a little closer and leave it over here. So now we just need to shove a jump ring through this, That's a bit hard for you guys to see the thing because this is a dark colour. I'm hoping you can see alright. Problem is I can't quite see what you guys see on my OBS software. It looks slightly different. And my monitors all over the other side. Oops. Okay, that's the problem. Try that again. Lucky enough this is tight enough then they're not really going anywhere. There you go, it's all on. Nice and simple. Got these the wrong side of me really. Need them the other side. We will pop them the other side. Also picked up these the wrong side. I normally have curved holding it and then use the other one that way. So I need to switch hands on these as well after. Put everything the wrong side. I tried to turn the actual closure bit to inside the arm. There you go, there's one done. Don't know if we can mess with the lighting. Let me have a look, see on it. Down a bit. I don't know if that's going to help or hinder. But we will find out in a second. Let's put them that side. So he's on that side. Let's see if that's a little more efficient for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should not be counting out loud in case any of you are crafting along and counting. Sorry if I put anyone off, I apologise. Yeah, the memberships are just to show me a little support and for me to give to my regular viewers as a kind of thank you for watching me, but unfortunately it went to not everyone who was my regular viewers. That's what it's supposed to do, so I don't know what's going on there. But maybe those who it went to will come by and say hi. I will be doing members only videos which will consist of little sneak peeks of what I'm working on. So like I've been 3D designing something all day today to have for my business stores, and when I do the test run of the print I will put a little video up of that. I don't know if it'll be a short or a long form video, we'll see. Might do both, but it's going to be for members only, so like a little thank you for supporting me. Brought the crochet hook in to make sure I did this properly. Didn't bring the crochet hook, used the crochet hook and didn't get it in properly. This is really clever of me. It's because I'm not used to it. I normally do it without the crochet hook, but when I wrap it tighter it's harder to do. I wrapped this one a little looser. These are new jump rings and I don't think they're quite as open as my last one, so they're making them more fiddly to work with. But we will make it work. what's everyone up to today? That I've been designing some 3D printing, which is almost finished. I was hoping to have it running in the background today, not with the correct colours because I don't have them, but unfortunately when I finished the file and transferred it into my printer software, it didn't transfer the colours over, so I've got to paint as such the colours in my printer software, so it's going to take me a little longer to get done. I don't know if I did something wrong or whether that's normal. I don't know, but if it's normal, it's annoying. I designed them all on the correct colours and now I've got to recolour them all again. If I cut that too short, we'll try to wrap it around, because I've had to cut it so long, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I do have extra children at home today because my eldest son's not at work because he's not very well, so you might hear the odd person walking past, but you shouldn't see them at all because that's the whole point of not having a face camera, so people can't see them at the moment. If you were on my live last week, you would have seen my problems with the face camera. I tried to fix it with a green screen, but the second anyone walks past, it picks them up as well. So it's useless to me. Which I know is what a green screen is supposed to do. It's supposed to pick up people, but I was kind of hoping it would just concentrate on the person in the front of the camera, not anyone walking behind that's clearly not supposed to be part of it, but it's not capable of knowing apparently. Kind of did that the wrong way round because I should have had it the other way, but I'll fix it next time. I don't think adjusting the light helped at all, did it? Oh, hi Tina, how you doing? And you're welcome. I'm just learning how to use the gift membership. There's no control over how I do it. Just I can send 10 a month, 5 at a time. So I thought I'll give it a go, see how it goes. It seems to randomly pick people. I don't get a say in who it goes to, but it should go to regular viewers. I have no idea. But hi, thank you for coming along. So at the moment there's no members only videos, but I was just saying, I don't know how long you've been around, but there will be members only videos of that. There will be sneak peeks of what I'm working on, what I'm designing before anyone else sees them. So I'll do little videos of like when the 3D printer's printing out a new test file, or if I'm doing a new pattern and testing that out. So they won't be sort of anything spectacular, but they're just going to be like sneak peeks behind the scenes of what's going on around here, because I'm so busy doing stuff I don't get to make a lot of videos anymore, and I thought this would be a nice way for my regular viewers to see what I'm up to without me having to do a whole video. I can just, you know, do these little working videos and you can see what I'm doing, you know. So I hope that's going to be okay. 3, 4, 5. Just making a bunch of stitch markers, or technically earrings, but I use them as stitch markers, ready for my next wall show at the end of the month. I've got a lot to get made. But how are you? What are you up to today? Anything good? I mean, weekend's almost here. You got any nice plans for the weekend? Forgot to bring my bin over, so we're just going to get a little collection pile of stuff there. Pull this one through here. God, I think doing it with my knitting needle might have been easier than trying to do it with this crochet hook. Yeah, I'm going back to my knitting needle. Crochet hook was not easier. We'll switch back to that hand now. You're good, no plans here because it's going to be too hot. Yeah, I don't know whereabouts you are, but it's not going to be particularly cool here. I don't do well with heat, so any kind of 20s and above are too much for me. But I think we're getting like 25 or something on Saturday, and I have the Fairy Festival in the New Forest to go to. So it's going to be very, very hot for that. I've actually decided not to wear my wig because it's going to be too hot, so I'm just going to wear the clip-on bunches that come with it, so I can still do something with it, but just not the full heat of a wig. That's going to be way too much. I'll wear the wig in winter. I like the idea of those stitch markers. They look like they won't snag on my yarn. Yeah, that's why I started doing it, because I had all these scraps of yarn left over, and I thought they'd make perfect little stitch markers. I make them in pairs because people buy them as earrings because they are made on earring findings. But they make the perfect little stitch markers because there's no sharp corners to catch. Obviously there's this little bit up here, but most of that stays out of the way. There's been some gorgeous ones. I do beaded ones, but I don't use them myself because I love beaded ones. They look so pretty, but I find they catch the head pin or the eye pin, whatever you're using, often catches on thinner yarns, so it's not really suitable. So I thought these were a really good idea, and because of my inability to use lobster claw clasp, I use earring findings because they just snap open and close much easier. They literally just pop open and closed. And so lots of people buy them as earrings instead of stitch markers. I wear them as earrings, that way I've always got stitch markers on me, which works out great. Cheryl, hiya Cheryl, how you doing? Up bright and early as always. What colour should we do? Let's do this one next. We're making stitch markers again, Cheryl, because I need to get enough done for the wall show. We're here in Southern States, USA. It's going to be 95 degrees today and the weekend. I don't know what 95 degrees is for me, but that sounds freaking hot. Yeah, no. I know you lot over there often get temperatures like 100 and things, and it's just like, that's insane. You know, it's what, like 40 or something, isn't it? I'm not good with conversions. Almost did 8 then. It's like, no, I do 7 with this yarn. Again, sorry if anyone's counting. Are you spinning again today, Cheryl? Thank you for sharing a picture of your last work. You're a little worn out with processing wool yesterday, and we'll be doing more today. Oh god, you're still going. How much do you have to do, Cheryl? It seems to be non-stop for you. Well, I hope it's going well anyway. It's worth it in the end because I've seen your spinning and it's just so pretty. I still dream that one day I'll be that good on a drop spindle, but for now I'll just stick to my little Ashford. My little traditional wheel. I've got to work out how I'm going to do spinning streams on here again, because with this new setup, there's not a camera setup for the spinning stream, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think I might have to commandeer the 3D printer camera and have it at a different angle or something. But you can't do that until I've got all of these done. I don't have to use every scrap of yarns here, don't get me wrong, but I have to get 24 of each colour done so that I have plenty, as 12 of each colour was not enough last time. I'm still pushing the barrel with the purples. I haven't done any other projects, so I don't have any scrap purple yarn at the moment. So we're pushing the borderline between purple and pink at the moment. You have 8 in total to do. For now, are we doing 3? Oh, that's a lot of work, Cheryl. That's so much. I mean, I've done 3 alpaca fleeces when I had them given to me a few years ago, and it almost killed me. It was so hard. I don't know how you manage it. It was an enjoyable process, but I was in so much pain by the end of it. It's just like, that's not something I can realistically do again. So after I washed and carded and then spun it, I made some alpaca cuddly toys out of it for the owner, so that they had 1 alpaca per fleece they gave me, which was 1 of each of their animals. And then after that, I didn't do any more. Now, I don't think they realised how much work goes into processing a fleece, because at one point they were kind of moaning that they hadn't seen anyone do anything with their fleeces. And it's like, well, it's just been a year, one season. You've got to give people time to process and do it all. I don't have my little pots that I put the colours in this time round, because they've all gone into storage. Because I now have a storage unit for all of my stock, so I'll just take these over at some point once I've done them all. Cheryl says hi to everyone in Twitch world today. I really wish I could find a way to combine the chat so you guys can all see each other. I can't mark it out. Because the problem is I can't have it up on screen because Twitch doesn't allow YouTube chat up on screen. I can only have Twitch chat up on screen, so can't do it. It's 14 degrees C where you are, Cheryl. I'm very bad at chat order. You'll find I try to scan and find and see where I've missed. Yeah, I don't actually know what it is here. I think it's currently maybe around 20. It feels so much hotter, but I don't think it actually is today. But it's getting hotter over the weekend, and it's going to be quite warm at the weekend. It's going to be 35 degrees C today. 35. No. We got up to like 30, 31 a couple of weeks back. And genuinely it almost killed me. I had to stay in bed. My heart rate was through the roof. Migraines galore. I couldn't cope. No. Those little yarn handkerchiefs. They are adorable and they're so easy to do. If you don't have a quilling tool, you could use like a spice jar or anything that's about the same size. And you can make bigger ones. I did make longer ones at one point, which sold but much slower. So now I just tend to make this size. But they went down really well at the last show. So gotta make a whole bunch more this time round to refill and have enough spare. Cheryl knows I made a bunch of spare for my last show that I did at the end of July. I made a bunch of spare on stream the week or so before the event. It wasn't enough, so we are doubling production for this event. So I'll be doing this for the next few Thursdays, trying to get it all done. So not going to change much, it's just going to be me doing this for the next few Thursdays, I'm afraid. It was 25 degrees yesterday. It was nice to see the sun. I don't mind seeing the sun, but I don't like being in it. 25 degrees is way too hot for me. That is migraine triggering heat for me. I cope well in about 18 to 20. Anything less than 18 is triggering pain from cold, and anything more than 20 is triggering migraines. So I don't cope well. I am not built for this heat, and I'm not built for the cold. I am a mediocre person. What do I charge somewhere? These are all £1 each, so £2 a pair. Because the only cost to me is the jump ring and the lever back, because the yarn is all from leftover from projects and things that I've made and patterns I've tested and all that sort of stuff. Or if I've dyed some yarn, was testing colours, which is what this red, which I know looks quite pink, but it is actually neon red, which is probably why it's a little blown out on camera. This was the first neon red I ever dyed. It was the test run to see what sort of depth I needed to get the red that I wanted, and these ones weren't quite correct, so they just basically became stuff to make for these instead. As you can see with that one, again, still a little blown out because it is again neon red, but it is closer to the red. Closer to red orange, but this was closer to red pink, and we were going for a closer to red orange in the rainbow, so this is what we were aiming for more. So we're getting there with it. But yeah, each one's just £1, which I don't know in dollars what that would be. Maybe $1.50 or something, maybe? I'm not entirely sure what the exchange rate is. I'm not very good at these sort of things. I've had people ask me to start selling in America, and I was about to start selling over there, all my yarns and things, and then, well, as you know, a few things happened, and so I won't be selling over there because there's too much involved in trying to do that now for both me and any potential customer. So, which is a shame, but I'll just stick to the UK. Need to do Australia. This Australian's also waiting. but I just haven't had time to sort out the postage for it all. And of course they have extremely strict import laws over in Australia, so I need to check. As far as I could see, there was no restrictions for yarn-based products, but I need to be 100% sure before I send anything over, because I don't think me or the customer would be happy if it got destroyed. So I always just loop them up in pairs so they don't get lost, because that way I know I've always got equal amounts. I try to do equal weight. £2 here is $2.65. Yeah, a lot of people say they're too cheap. I do get told that I should up the price of them, but they're just a fun little thing to make, really. And as I said, the yarn doesn't cost anything. It's leftovers from projects and test runs of dye and things, so it's not too bad. And these things don't cost too much, you know. Jump ring and a lever back. Come April they'll probably go up, because I tend to raise my prices every April, and these have been £1 for several years at this point. So, but the jump rings and lever backs have gone up in price, so I need to recompute it. So they probably will go up a little, but not much. The whole point is that they're just a little cheap fun thing. Actually, we are in Australia. I'm in the UK. So I live in England. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm not brave enough to visit Australia, because there's some big spiders they have over there, and I don't cope with the spiders we have in the UK, let alone any in Australia. Though my middle son is wanting to move to Australia. He wants to go there and work. I had some cousins who did it, and they loved it, and he wants to go there, do like the working visa, student-y thing, which maybe he'll do. He keeps saying he's going to go, but he never makes it. Something always comes up. Basically, he keeps buying new cars, and then he has to make more money working more to cope with those cars, and then he buys more. That's one. I don't know why I'm counting the twist. I never count the twist. My brain just started counting for no apparent reason. Kind of wishing I brought my fan down. Forgot to bring it down. Might go and grab it on the first break, which is in about 18 minutes. You could sell those probably here for about $7 to $10, about £5 to £7. Really? I'm really undercharging then, aren't I? So many people tell me I'm undercharging, and most of the time people tell me I'm overcharging for my stuff, because my hand-dyed yarns are not cheap, but I don't hide that fact. I make a very good point of letting people know that I do not do things cheap, but these are my cheap object. I always find it's handy to have a cheap object to go with your expensive objects, but maybe these are a little too cheap and I should up the price. I've only got one stall left for this year, because I'm not doing Christmas ones this year, so that's why by the time my next show, which will be April, hopefully next year, I would have upped my prices on everything, because I have to go back through and check what prices have risen over the last year and recalculate to account for all of those, because what I try to do is recalculate my prices at the beginning of each tax year for the UK, which is April, so that it's easier to keep track of what was what at what point, because everything rises in price throughout the year, so I just pick one time a year to do it. Oh look, Duncan's come with my fan. He is so wonderful. Just pop up here. Thank you. Oh, thank you, I love you. Oh, isn't Duncan wonderful? He's just brought me my fan down. I bet England is beautiful. It looks lovely on the tube. Sections of it really are quite stunning. I live in a little village, so on the outskirts of town, but surrounded by fields and things, which is really lovely. There's some beautiful walking routes. Not that I can do the walking routes anymore, but they have some lovely ones. And this weekend I'm going to the Fairy Festival, which is in New Forest, which is not that far from me. I guess maybe 30 minutes from me. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not good with distances. But it doesn't take long to get there, I know that. And yeah, the Fairy Festival in New Forest is in a place called Burley. And it's absolutely beautiful there. Wild horses and ponies and all of that around, and wild hedgerows and things. It's just absolutely stunning around there, which I love. I'm not a city girl really. I like the countryside. Whereas I think my husband's definitely more of a city guy. He technically works in London, but nowadays he works from home. He's commuted to London for years from here. I've only been 3 times, and that's good enough for me. I'd rather stick by there. My ideal place is a beach. I want to move closer to a beach, which is what we're currently looking for. We're trying to find a bungalow closer to the beach that can fit all of us in, that we can afford. Because we rent, and it's not cheap. Rent is not cheap around here. Yeah, there are sections of England that are not great, but everywhere has that. I lived in Scotland for a little while. My grandfather's from Scotland, or was from Scotland. He's passed on now. Again, we lived up in Ayrshire near a beach, and it was just stunning there all the time. It's walking distance to the beach, and it was just lovely. But again, certain parts of it were lovely and certain parts weren't. But Duncan got a job in London, so we came back down to England so that he'd have. Well, in fact, he got the job in Southampton when we came down, and then he got a job in London when he moved on from the Southampton job. And he's been in the London one for 11 years, 12 years, something like that now, I think. Possibly longer. It's hard to remember. Yeah, that's 4 of those ones done. Yeah, if you ever get the chance to come to England, totally recommend it. I don't know how much you know about England, but I'm also short driving distance away from Stonehenge. But I don't tend to go up there because during the important holiday things, it's too hectic with a bunch of undesirables. Is the Fairy Festival like a Renaissance fair? Kind of, yeah. It's kind of a fantasy festival. So there's music, there's food, there's drink, there's stalls. Everybody just dresses up, and we all go to basically the middle of a field and just hang out, have a good time, meet other people, and just really enjoy ourselves. So it's not historical or anything, but we all dress up in things. I'm going with my local steampunk group, so my fairy costume is quite steampunk inspired. But I've been a few times over the years, and I do love it. Let's do this one. You get some actually amazing things. I mean, some people take their pets. I mean, the first year I went, somebody had dressed up their pet rabbit as a fairy. The little rabbit had little fairy wings on and that, which was adorable. And some have their pets in little seafood bags and rucksacks that they can carry around. And then there's dogs with fairy wings on and things. It's just a really good, relaxed, fun environment, you know. You love those festivals. It's really good fun. It's not the Fantasy Forest, which is an amazing event that I'd love to go to, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, the Fantasy Forest that has already happened around here, I've never got to go, but several of my friends go, is just even bigger, better, and absolutely insane, and the costumes and the machinery it turns up at those places. But the Fairy Festival is getting there. It's not new anymore. I went to the first ever one, but it's been around for quite a few years at this point, but it grows bigger every year. More and more people learn about it and it's really nice. And the weather looks like it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Last year it was actually a little rainy, so we didn't stay long because my electric wheelchair doesn't cope with rain too much, but this year should be nice and sunny, so it should be fine for me to stick around for longer. What I think I'm going to do is just get Duncan to pack his golf umbrella, so if it does rain, we can just put me under that and I'll be safe. My husband says I'm too old, but I'd love to go with my adult. You're never too old! How no? No, you're never too old to go to those things. I don't know how old you are, but whatever you are, you're not too old. Yeah, no, that's part of the fun. As an adult, it means we can afford to buy the costumes we want, or make the costumes we want, and spend money on the shopping stores and the food and the drink we want. It's some of the best times. Can't tell I really like it, can you? I just love any excuse to dress up, really. Yeah, those of us going for our steampunk week, there's a range of ages. From 20s, I'm assuming the youngest is going to be in their 20s. There's a few people I don't know. And then there's people in their 50s and 60s going. Hi, thank you for the raid. So I heard a sound and I was just trying to work out what that was. So thank you for the raid. Luen Maiden, is that? I can't quite read your name. And for Treat Your Geek, how are you all doing? What are you up to? If you give me a second to serve this, I will give you some shout outs. So those on YouTube, if you're wondering, people on Twitch have just raided in. So I'm going to do a little video giving them a little shout out, which should pop up on your YouTube end as well as a little video, providing the shout out's working today. Because it is temperamental. Yeah, I'm really bad at pronouncing things. It's your birthday tomorrow, Cheryl. Nice. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Right, let's see if we can make the shout out work, shall we? So first things first, we're going to refresh it because we all know that it likes to not work. It's an evil name. Right. Now, so if I type this in the correct window. Here. There. Hopefully that's working. Is it working? Yes. Here we have one of you. So how are you all today? What are you up to? There's no face cam, I'm afraid. know if the clip's got sound. I'm not hearing anything. I don't know if that... Oh no, I think it has got sound. Face cams are overrated. Yeah, I normally have one for my gaming, but with the new set for the craft stuff, I can't have a face cam, simply because people walk behind me, so we can't have it. And let's do Treaty Geek. See if that one would done.
How come it always ends like this? Why is everything on fire?
Oh, I know what my mic's picking up. I haven't unplugged the power source and it hates it. I forgot. 2 seconds. Let me stretch over. If I can. Yeah. Hopefully that's fixed my mic. One day I might remember to do that first time before I go live, unplug the mic, but I'm not betting on it. Here's one for MASH. Did I miss anyone?
I know you've got me muted because like you're on your own stream, but that's your new song.
Right. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. We all got lost too. So if you're not following these wonderful people, please do go and give them a follow, because I have been sneaking in and lurking in their streams, and they're awesome. Hiya, Scruff. You back had to run to the toilet. Totally get that. I'm trying to get back in the middle here. My chair's too tall for me. I have to keep climbing into it. And it takes a while to get back in position again. The boys were playing Resident Evil 6 again. Oh, nice. I have to admit, I like watching it. But there's nothing in this world that would make me play it. I do not do well with those sort of games. Sorry, people. We are 4 minutes before we go on to an ad. So, what are all your plans for the weekend? Scruff won't let me rant. Why will Scruff not let you rant? I actually can't read your name because it's in a dark colour. Let me go to my other screen and see if I can read it from there. There we go. It keeps going. 1 minute I can read it, next minute I can't. So yeah. Iron Maiden, was it? Is it like Iron Maiden, but Iron Maiden? Because he has work. He'd go on for hours. Nothing wrong with ranting. But yeah, if you've got work to do, you should do work. I've been a good girl. I did do my work this morning. I've been designing a 3D printed file for my business. It's not finished yet, but it's almost finished. I just got to sort the colours on it. So I've been productive today, which makes a change for me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you haven't seen these before, I'm making stitch markers, tiny little mini skein stitch markers. They're actually technically earrings, which I always make them in pairs because they are made with earring findings, because I find them easier to open and close. And a lot of people buy them as earrings, so I always make them in pairs, but more often than not, I often end up with oddsies because some people like to mix and match, and so they like buy the rainbow, they buy one of each colour or something. You love playing Skyrim on your VR. Skyrim's not something I've played, but I think it's one that my husband might have. Sounds familiar, unless one of my boys been playing it. I'm not sure if they played it in VR, but I'm more of a puzzle girl. I like doing puzzle games or Beat Saber. I'm not good at it, but I like it. So yeah, I tend to play Beat Saber, or I don't know if you've seen that game Puzzling Places. I quite like that. In free VR, that's just awesome. It's coming to Steam soon, actually. And I really enjoy Power Wash Simulator, which I've played on my PC a lot. But I did get to try it out on VR, and they had it as part of the Quest monthly game thing. Unfortunately, they're no longer supporting the game, so we won't be buying it, but it was good fun. We will be playing scary games in October, not VR, and I'm not looking forward to it. Saw you were dual streaming, gotcha. Yes, sorry, yes, I am streaming to YouTube and Twitch. I always do both, because I was a YouTube video content creator for years before I did Twitch, and I figured it was just easier to stream to both than trying to keep up doing 2 different lots of content, you know. Basically, I'm lazy and I don't want to do 2 lots of everything, so I do it all in one. If I miss the chat that you're trying to say to me, please do feel free to use the redeem thing to tell me I've missed a chat, and I'll look back up, because I'm totally useless at following chat, as Cheryl knows well. Cheadle's normally telling me that I've missed a chat. It's a playing Iron Maiden. Yeah, Iron Maiden's good. See, I'm going back upwards because I know that I've missed loads of chats. So, more work on weekends. No, weekends are for fun. Says you have to upload VODs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now all I do for video recording on my YouTube is box openings, tutorials, and vlogs when I'm doing my war shows. Oh, that's the ads timer, which means we are going into ads in 3 minutes. So before we go on ads, let's see if we can give away the remaining 5 YouTube memberships to my channel, and let's see if they actually go to everyone who's in there. Yeah, I don't know. We will find out. On this one. There we go. That should give 5 more memberships, and that'll be it for the month. I'm really hoping they give one to you, Cheryl. I can't choose who it goes to. It's only showing 2 there. Why is it not showing the 5? I'm a little confused there. I'm supposed to give 5, but it's only showing gave 2 away on my end. I'll have to check that. I don't know why I did that. But I hope some of you got some memberships anyway. I don't know if it should signify if you got one, but I'm not sure if it worked properly. It said it was supposed to give me 5. See, the aim was to get you one, Shell, but I can't choose who it goes to. Yeah, no. It says it's gave out all 5. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It says it gave out all 5, but like you, Shell, it seems to only show 2, which is odd. But hey, Rage, how you doing? Sorry, Not rage, Britain. This habit that I automatically say the first word instead of the thing. But yeah, you didn't get one. I'm sorry, Cheryl. I was really hoping you'd get one. I gave 10 away today. I can do 10 a month. So maybe hopefully you'll get it next month. For some reason, it doesn't allow me to choose who the membership goes to, which is really annoying. But you'll hear every week it should have gave you one because it's supposed to give them to people who are regulars. I don't always know who my regulars are because obviously I have a lot of lurkers, but you chat a lot, Cheryl, so it should have been you should have been top of the list, really. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's done that. What are you up to today, Britain? How you doing? You working or relaxing? Right, I need to do 2 more of these ones. YouTube's still new to you. Yeah, the membership part of it is very new to me. I hadn't activated any of that. I've been doing YouTube videos for, what do we work out, Cheryl? 8 years now? 2016. So 9 years, isn't it? Yeah, coming up to 9 years. But I didn't obviously have membership and things back then. I've been a YouTube partner for a while, but I haven't had the membership active because I didn't see the point. Packing for a trip for the weekend. Was the puzzle time the sound alert? Oh, yeah. I think it's just something I put on randomly to use up points. I think it's because normally, at some point there will be jigsaw puzzles, and a lot of my games are puzzle games, so I thought it would be a fun one to put on when I start puzzling, or if I start chatting too much and someone's trying to tell me to get on with the puzzle. I need to put one in for crafting, really, don't I? Have a lovely trip at your weekend. Oh my god, say words correctly. Have a lovely weekend trip. Hope you're doing something fun. I'm doing the fairy festival on the Saturday, and then possibly a friend's birthday party on the Sunday if I'm capable of getting out of bed the next day. Chatting too much to avoid the task at hand, like Cheeto with scary games. Almost like Cheeto, except for that I do enjoy doing this. Come October, now you'll see some record levels of chat then. Drinking games for friend's birthday and... Oh, ads! Yes, I'm supposed to... Oh, sorry. We're going on a BRB. Back in a second. Hello, back here. I'm still eating my chocolate bar. So we didn't do very well on that because I disappeared on half of it, and I wasn't looking what people did. But we'll try again. Hopefully those who are on ads are now off ads, and you can also see to play. Sorry for those on YouTube who I still haven't worked out how to combine them so that you can play as well. Looking back at chat and realised I missed your messages there, Mash. So you've been knocking up merch mock. I need to get round to doing my merch stuff. I'm so bad at doing it all. But I hope you managed to get all your stuff done. One day I might not miss all the chats. It'll be a miracle, but I might try. I might get there, one day. Sorry if you can hear me eating my chocolate bar. Oh, nice one, Mally. Also, hi, Mally. Welcome on in. How you doing? Oh, we lost one spice. That was good. You've been better. Oh no, what's that, Mally? You alright? Obviously, you don't have to say if you don't want to, but I hope you're alright. We will go back to not that one. Hello. Wrong one. We want crafting. There we go. We want that one. Not my full cam. I'm going to put my chocolate closer. Not my chocolate, my drink. I have all my camera layouts laid out, labelled. Yeah, still managed to press the wrong one. Still wondering why YouTube seems to only gave out 2 instead of 5 on that last gift thing. I'm going to have to look it up because it's definitely not popped up with the other 2. Cat was hiding, so had bets out. She's better, but still not 100% under stress. But oh no, bless. Is your cat one you can give little hugs to? I know not all cats like hugs. Some do and some don't. But I hope they're alright. I'm a cat person. Duncan is a dog person, but I'm a cat person. We don't have any pets here. We're not allowed them as part of the contract. And with my business, I couldn't have them anyway. Cats and yarn businesses don't tend to mix well. Anyone have any recommendations for some semi-cheap but good speakers for PC? The speakers on my monitor are very quiet. I have to have them up for like 100% all the time to be able to hear people on Twitch, which is really annoying. But it's been so long since I've had to buy speakers, I don't know what ones are good nowadays. That's a shame because I love my monitor. It's a really good monitor, but it's not designed for good sound. Not be able to play, just watch. Yeah, at some point, Cheryl, I find a way to make you be able to play. Let you be able to play. I've been looking into it, and there is an update coming to OBS and Stream Elements, I think it was, I've forgotten now, that will actually allow me to send out different feeds to, I think it's OBS itself. Yeah, it will let me send out different feeds to different ones. So I can send a feed to YouTube and a feed to Twitch, and that means I'd be able to have the 2 different word games going, one for YouTube and one for Twitch. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm waiting for it to come out of beta before I do it. I don't want to use it while it's in beta because apparently it keeps crashing OBS. Giving her meds is really hard. Waiting for some more treats you can hide pills in to give her meds. Yeah, and cats are sneaky. When it comes to meds, they're not stupid, are they? I think it's one of the hardest things to do. I think it's harder to give cats meds than it is a stubborn toddler. It's the only problem being all the way over here, away from my computer, which isn't that far away, but I can't hear the music because it's on low background for you guys. But I can't actually hear it for me because it's too quiet because the speaker's being so bad. But I don't want it too loud for you guys, so I keep it down quiet. Hey Cheeto, how you doing? May hold head, fingers inside the mouth, chuck in, stroke throat. If you get close enough to do that without losing your fingers, good for you. How you doing? What are you up to today and for the weekend? Yeah, I always feel kind of bad that Twitch gets all these fun redeems and things, and you guys on YouTube don't get any of that. They brought in the leaderboard things, but I don't really see the point in them. I don't care who chats more and things. I appreciate you just lurking, but it'd be nice if you were able to, feed the dragon, or play the Wordle games. Not Wordle. Words on stream. It's because I added Wordle to my Discord. That's what it is. So you can play Wordle on the Discord now. Just trying to find fun little things so you can all do. Aww. Thank you for whoever just did that. It's not come up on my notification. Mally. Isn't that the second time you've bred my dragon, Mally? I think I prefer this one. I didn't like the dark goatee look. It is, yeah. Thought it was. I've been almost tempted to get rid of the dragon because I wasn't sure whether it was wanted and things, it doesn't get used much. But then I realised while I don't have a face cam, I got an empty spot in my layout, so the dragon just fits in there nicely. And when the 3D printer's not going, it fits in front of the 3D printer camera quite nicely, so that my layout doesn't look like it's missing something. So it stays for now, but it disappears when I've got the 3D printer or face cam on. Why won't you move? Just trying to get these lined up better, and it's being a little so-and-so. There we go. Try to make sure they're butted right up against each other. Sometimes it creates a slight overlap, and I've got to shift it back so they're parallel to each other and not overlapping each other, if you know what I mean. As it just makes it less likely to have the yarn come off. Let's snip that end a little closer. There we go. And that's 4 of those ones. What colour next? Let's see. Let's go with this one, which I haven't actually turned into a ball yet. It's still got its tag on from when I was doing them as random mystery minis. Because anything that was 5 or 10 grams I used to sell up as like people could buy for doing weaving projects and things, random minis. But I'm not doing that at the moment because I needed the red for my yarn skeins because I ran out of red. Because I try to make sure nothing goes to waste in my business. Every last scrap of yarn gets used. Just trying to unwind this a minute. This damn chair is so squeaky. I've got to get round to buying a new one at some point. That should be enough for a minute. I think I'm going to buy a chair that has a built-in footrest thing, so that way I don't have to keep pulling my footrest stool around everywhere, because it gets clashing with the wheels, which is really annoying. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do 6, because this one is a slightly thicker one. And I find if I do too many with the thick ones, it just looks really thick and chunky and not quite as nice. I know this is not the most thrilling thing to watch, but I have a lot of them to get made before the wool show, so we will be doing this every Thursday until the end of the month. Unless I am really, really productive and I get them all done before then. The aim is to have 24 of each colour. So 24 reds, 24 blues, you know, all the way along the rainbow, plus black, grey, white and brown. And then hopefully 24 of the multicoloured versions of them. You can see some of these have like 2 colours in it. I don't have any 2-coloured green at the moment, so I'll have to skip the green, but I do have some blue and some purple and some pinks, and a few oranges and reds and yellow, so they'll work. How's prep for your show going, Cheadle? Was it you said you were popping down there today to do stuff, was it? I can't remember now. And always, Mally and Cheadle, feel free to give yourselves shout-outs. You know how to do it. Or if you can't be bothered, I'll go and do them for you, but it involves moving off this chair again. If you're not following Mally or Cheadle, totally recommend going and give them a follow. especially if you like to be mean and scare crap out of people, because Cheeto on Wednesdays is playing scary games and we get to do jump scares on him, which is hilarious. Mean as hell, but hilarious. But he will get his revenge when in October I start doing my ones.
Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. I'll just be immediately interrupted. Sorry.
Well, that's a fun clip. I don't know how it picks the clips. Do you know, Mally? Because I think it was you that told me how to use Sidekick, wasn't it? My memory is so bad. But I have found, as long as I refresh the thing before I start using it, then the clip thing works for my OBS. I don't know why I have to refresh it every time. But if it's working, that's all that matters. So I now refresh it every stream, and that seems to work. You think it's just random? Yeah, because there's been some really old clips for some people's channels, and then newer clips for other people's channels. But it's a good little way to give a little shout out and show people. So thank you for the recommendation for it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what to chat about. I don't want to tell you all about these things. I've told you enough about them. And the fact that I'm going to the Fairy Festival on the weekends, not much else for me to say. I've been teaching myself Blender, but this project I've been doing today, I actually just tested out that, is it Tinkercad, the website? And my god, they made it so simple. I can see why it's recommended for students. Took a little bit to understand how to do a couple of bits on it, and I don't like the movability of it. That first thing, I found that a little annoying, but the actual process of creating the file was so easy. I just don't know why it didn't transfer the colours over. I don't know if that's normal, and I just always have to change the colour when I put it into my printer software, or whether I did something wrong on it. But I guess we'll find out soon. Yeah, I'd already created a file for my laser burner, so I literally had a SVG file, the cut file for my laser burner. So I imported that, and it automatically made my 3D file for it. It took away all my writing and things, so I had to put all the writing and the measurements and everything back on it. But the actual creating of the cutouts and the main thing, that was already transferred over, which was really handy. Quite impressed. Long term, I plan on using Blender, but for quick little projects like that, I think I'll use Tinkercad again. I think this has got a little twisted up because it's kind of wrapping around. Not surprised, it's been jumbled about through different crates over the last year as it was being used for different events. if I'd had time, I would have just punched the camera there. Sorry. Yeah, if I had time, I would have made these into balls before I wanted to use them. But because it took me so long doing that file today, even though it was quick, getting all of the writing and the correct wording and everything back in was a long process. I didn't get a chance to turn these into balls, so I've got to work with them like this for the minute. I do have Swifts and ball winders and things. I just don't have them on me right now. I may stream longer today. I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling when we get to 5:30. It's just Duncan's going to do some more crochet hooks, so he'll be out in the garage for an hour or two. So I'll be all on my lonesome again. But I might be too tired and I might just play a game or something and watch someone else on Twitch. We will see. I really need to catch up on some of my YouTube stuff. I'm quite far behind on Vicky Makes and Builds because it's summer holidays, so she's actually doing a lot more videos than normal. So I'm getting really far behind. Just not enough hours in the day to watch everyone and sleep and do my work. I don't think you guys can hear that, but there's a plane flying quite low over. At least it's not the army helicopters. When they fly over late at night, they're so low they actually shake our windows, which is really annoying. I think we're in a flight training path, so they often come over late at night. It's really not this fiddly. I'm tired. My eyes are starting to struggle. But my brain is not tired. My brain is more than active. But my eyes and my hands are a little iffy. And that means my hand-eye coordination is a little iffy. Yeah, I might go live next week, doing this in some mornings and things as co-working streams, just to have someone to sort of chat to while I'm doing it. Kind of do a bunch and then chat for a little bit and then do a bunch more or something, you know? Because I quite enjoyed doing my co-working stream a couple of weeks ago. Felt not so lonely sitting doing all this stuff when it was co-working. Oh, it's crafting and co-working, but the aim is to get this done more than craft on the morning ones, so they'd be more co-working than crafting. Whereas these ones, as much as I'm crafting, I also aim to chat more. This is my chat day. It's when I get to speak and catch up with people like Cheryl. What do I do at the end? There it is. You're doing okay? Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. I used to be able to knock these out in under a minute each, and I'm not doing that yet anymore at this point. But I don't really care because it's relaxing, so I don't mind, you know. The fact is, with the way my brain is nowadays, I can't do things as fast as I used to. And that's okay. You just do what you can, innit? I'd rather sit here and take longer to do something than to give up doing anything and just say, oh, that's it, I can't do anything anymore. Can't imagine doing nothing. So I can always say to Duncan, technically I could be a lady of leisure. Duncan earns enough to pay the bills that I could do nothing. And then I think I totally couldn't, because I can't sit and do nothing. I get too bored. I don't know how people do it, where they sit down and watch TV all day. Can't do it. I don't mind having TV on in the background, but I need to be doing something. It's like I could spend maybe a week doing nothing but reading books, but after that I'd be bored as hell. I'd also run out of books, because I'm a reasonably fast reader. Not as fast as I used to be, but still reasonably fast. The time it takes Duncan to read a book, I've read the entire series. He doesn't get to read much nowadays, though, because he used to read a load when he was commuting to work on the train, but now he doesn't commute, so... I have just realised I forgot to turn the captions on Twitch, so I'm really sorry if anyone needed them and I don't have them on. If there is somebody who needs the captions, just let me know. I know that's kind of ironic saying, because I'm not sure if you can hear me, but hopefully you've got some built-in software on your phone or computer or TV that's captioning for you. I know YouTube's ones are available, they're automatically on, but Twitch's ones, at least the one I have to turn it on every stream, and I forget. I need one that just auto goes live when I go live, like it does for YouTube. If Duncan's doing a lot of evenings with his woodwork and doing his crochet hooks, I might go live in some of the evenings, just for fun, nothing serious. Just so that I'm not all on my lonesome. Depends if I've crashed out or not. Yesterday I was crashing out big time. I actually was kind of chopsticks on the eyes, not chopsticks, cocktail sticks on the eyelids, trying to keep my eyes open. Yesterday, between Cheadle's and Holly's stream, I think the only thing that kept me awake were the jump scares. Because I was really struggling yesterday. My fatigue has just been through the roof at the moment. That's 4 of them done. So I will retwist this up, and then off stream I can turn this into a ball ready for the next lot that I make. It might be that I need to reuse this colour later, because I haven't actually calculated how many colours I got here, but for now that's that colour done. So what we got? We got 4, 8, 12, 16. So let's see what colours. Oh, we don't have this one yet, so shall we go with this one? Kind of a muted one. The colour's really blown out on my OBS. Is it really bad for you guys? What's that colour looking like? I'm just going to look at my other screens a minute and see what the colour looks like on there for you guys. It's not terrible on them. It's a little blown out still though. It never used to be this blown out. I don't know what's going on with it all. Let's try to... Oh, that's way too dark. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just gonna have to do it that until I can work out what's going on. I'm wondering it's because I don't have a umbrella shade lamp on my photography light. Whether that's causing the cameras to not cope with the lighting quite right. I'll have to experiment with it next time round and see if we can fix it. Looks like Duncan's finished sanding the next lot of the arm bolts. You're on the yellow now. Does that mean you've got the orange and red to go after?
Yes.
Awesome. Getting there. If you haven't seen on my Instagram, we've been printing out a bunch more yarn bowls. We now have almost the full rainbow. Here's the yellow. There, it's got a swirl there. So we have red, yellow, orange, green, blue, pink, purple, and white. There will be turquoise. I kind of forgot to buy the turquoise. So I will buy the turquoise filament and then I can print out the turquoise ones as well. I meant to do an order before I went live and I kind of forgot. Trying very hard not to count out loud so that I don't put anyone who's doing any knitting or crocheting off. Or cross stitch, counting cross stitch or anything. And I don't know if you're counting spins for your spinning or not, Shell. So I'm trying very hard not to shout out numbers, so that I don't put anyone off. I have to see if we've got any cola on the next break, trying to wake me up. I was hoping the chocolate bar would wake me up, but it has not. So obviously it wasn't the biggest sugar boost. Maybe I need to drink more of my tea here. I've got mint iced tea here. Maybe I'll try some more of that, see if that wakes me up. I've done this one a little too tight. Let's see if we can get it over. Now you're probably sick to death of hearing me moan about how tired I am, but that's my life. I stole the last chocolate bar, just so you're aware. I'm stealing the last as well. Oh, do you want to go halves? You sure? Thank you. Sorry if you can see that fly that keeps flying around. It's annoying. We have trays. It would be easier for you. He's currently trying to carry 3 yarn bowls and a plate with fresh baked bread on it upstairs. So he's balancing all the yarn bowls on top of each other and then holding it with his chin. Because why would you use a tray when you can do it the hard way? But yeah, he's sanding them all down, bless him. So Duncan makes all of the yarn bowls lovely and usable. We've actually printed out an extra white one so that we can do destruction tests on it, because I had a lot of people asking me, how well does it hold up to being dropped and things. So we're going to intentionally drop it several times onto a hard surface, because I have they're not hardwood floors, they're wood looking, lino, is it? Is it like lino or something? The slots of plasticky wood things. We don't have a carpet. So it's the perfect thing to test dropping on the floor and seeing how well it coats. I mean, we know they coat better than the ceramic ones because one drop in the ceramic one's going to be gone, but we don't know exactly how well they cope. I've dropped my one several times and never had a problem, but now I'm going to intentionally drop it with force and see how it goes. I always try to do quality control testing with my products. That's why I used all the crochet hooks before we started selling them. I tested them out. I mean, they were originally made for me anyway, and then they became stuff we added to the shop when more and more people asked about them. So they were well tested anyway. And I've worn these as earrings many times to test them, and zipper pulls and stitch markers. I've tested them thoroughly. Obviously not these specific ones I'm making, but you know, in general. I always try to test whatever I'm selling as much as possible, because that way I know it's had proper quality control tests. Like any of my hand-dyed yarn gets re-skeined after it's dyed and dried, so that I can check for any damage or flaws to the fibre during the dyeing process, which surprises me is something a lot of hand dyers don't do. They just dye it, dry it, twist it up and sell it. But I like to make sure I can reskein it and make sure it's all come out correctly without any damage to the fibres, which they shouldn't do, and I've never had damage to the fibres. There's been knots in the yarn because my wholesalers had knots in them. I always take them out of circulation. If it's got one knot that's not affecting the colour, then I might put a note on the actual band of the yarn skein to say that it's got a knot. But otherwise I don't sell them because I don't think you should be buying yarn that has lots of knots in it. I think industry standard is if it's 3 knots or less, it's considered acceptable quality control for mass produced yarns. I do not agree with that opinion. 1 knot is pushing it, should be no knots. Because I sell high-end luxury yarns at a luxury price, or what I call a luxury price, and you should expect high quality when you're paying £22 a skein of yarn, which is what my merino and silk is £22 per skein. It's totally worth it though, because it's extra fine merino, 21 micron. Possibly, no, my fibre is 21 micron, the extra fine one might be even more than that. But it's also mulberry silk, so really good silk. So you pay the price for that sort of stuff, you know? That fly is really annoying. They have a fly swatter electric shooty thing somewhere, but I don't know where it's gone. I think this one's one of my test run dyes. Didn't go quite to plan because I could see another colour sneaking in there. When I first started test dyeing yarn, I would have colours right next to each other in separate trays. But because I'm clumsy, I'd accidentally splash the colour onto the other yarn. Now it doesn't matter because it was test dyes testing the colours, but it did mean that they wouldn't be used for anything that was public facing. So I've got lots of little scraps that didn't get used in projects because of it. because I'm a fussy toe bag. I'm very picky about what fibre and yarn I actually send out to my customers. So I know of one indie dyer who is actually on Craftsnark on Reddit because they've been sending out felted yarn and things, and they claimed that that was normal. It's like, hell no it ain't. If you felted your yarn while dyeing it, you've done something wrong. I'd be mortified if I'd sent something out and it was felted. I'd be wondering how it happened, considering I reskein everything, but you know, sometimes things pass through and you don't notice. But I purposely dye my yarn on one size skein and then reskein it up to a slightly different size so I can easily tell which ones have been reskeined and which ones haven't. You know, even with rescaling, there's bound to be something that gets through the quality control at some point. I don't know of anything yet, but you know, nobody is 100% perfect, so at some point something will. And I would hope, instead of complaining somewhere, they'd come straight to me and let me fix it, because I would. Because I stand by my products. Yeah, actually, an end in that yarn there, so that works out even better. That's perfectly sized. And that's the thing also. Put that on the side. Oh, if anyone's interested, I've been thinking about doing like a little affiliate code thing. So I give you a code that you can use for your viewers to give them discount off their first order or something from our website. It's UK only, I'm afraid, because it's the only place I sell to at the moment. Australia soon, hopefully, but mainly UK only for now. But I also have a loyalty scheme on my website, so for every £1 you spend, you earn 1 point, and every 100 points is worth £1 for you to buy free products. You also get points for birthdays and signing up to the currently non-existent but will be coming soon newsletter, and points for referrals. If you refer a friend and they make an order, you earn points as well. So I'm hoping people will enjoy all of that. But yeah, I can't do like affiliate link type thing, but I could do a code for other streamers and content creators if they wanted to give their viewers a little discount, and then they can earn points for each thing their viewer buys, so they can earn the points as well, you know. Don't know what you guys think of that, but do let me know what you think. If you like talking, you can leave a comment on the YouTube video after this is done. If you don't want to comment in the live streams, or private message me, I don't mind. Yeah, just I can't sell to America with the current tariff situation, unfortunately, and I can't sell to the EU with the current requirements, because I cannot afford to have a representative over in every country. I'm not made of money. But if you do live anywhere near Bedford and Buckingham, Where's something near Bedford? The name in Milton Keynes postcode. I can't remember now. But anyway, if you check out Freya Jones Limited on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see a new shop that's opened up, and a good chunk of my products are also available in that shop now. So the shop's still having its upstairs done, so the main yarn area is not actually open yet, but they've got the downstairs gallery gift area open already. And she already has all my stock up there, so if there's something particular you want, you could probably ask her, and if she's free, she might be able to grab it out for you. But it will be all on display soon, if it's not already. I don't think it is, because I don't think she's finished getting the upstairs ready yet, but hopefully soon. Right, so that's what we got. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, so we want 4 more. Let's see, we haven't done this colour yet, have we? Nope, let's do this. This might be a little thick, but we will soon see. Yeah. There we go. The way Duncan put this price tag through is a bit of a pain in the ass. There we go. All out. Hopefully won't cause too much of a tangle when I try to sort out that random strand. There we go. Do have a slight twist. I think that's untwisted it. I don't recommend working with your skeins like this in a big loop. If I knocked that camera, it's no longer straight, is it? When I punched it, I must have knocked it. Sorry, people. Why did nobody tell me I knocked it? I need to find out my headphones. Well, I don't need to find them. I know where they are. I need to get them out so I can put something on, like music or something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, counting again, wasn't I? Feel free to say, "Stop counting, Sonia." Or "Shush, I'm counting." I should put that as a redeem, shouldn't I? "Shush, I'm counting." So that when I start counting out loud, you can tell me to stop. And you're back. Welcome back, Cheeto. Hey, you didn't miss much. I'm just still working on this. Randomly rambling about God knows what. I don't even know at this point. Just talking about me shop and me yarn and, you know, most boring stuff. I haven't got much to chat about. Haven't watched any decent shows or read any decent books or watched any decent movies for a little while. Need to do that, but it's just finding the time, isn't it? Do need to look at some decent books. I'm rereading some trash novels at the moment, because it was just Kindle Unlimited freebie things. While I decided what my next book series was gonna be, but I keep forgetting. I know there was some I was gonna look up that someone recommended, but I don't actually remember what they were. I probably wrote a note down somewhere, but with all the changing around, I don't know where the notes are gone. So if you got much more on Poppy Playtime, Cheeto, I'm trying to remember how many there were. Was 4 the last one, or was there more after that? I'm definitely going to play Poppy Playtime, but when, I don't know. So it depends how scared I get in October from other games. I just haven't decided which other games to do yet. I've got an ever-growing list. Almost done with the reds, aren't we? We're getting there. Looking at the time, we should get the reds done today, which means next week's stream, if I don't do a craft co-working stream between now and Thursday, then next week we'll be doing the oranges. But I think I will probably end up doing some ones off stream because I don't have that many Thursdays to get things done. 4 is the last one that's out. There is a 5th and final coming out this year. Oh, I'll have to look that up. Have another one to be scared of. Hiya 62 Mike, how you doing? You right if I just call you Mike? Or do you prefer the whole name? Or a different name? Though if it's not a name that you've got wrote down, I will forget it, I promise you. Thank you, Marley.
Your ineptitude for work is funny.
Awesome. Oh god, Mally seeing me in that video makes me realise how much weight I have lost. Jeez. What's your trick? I'm trying and it's not going anywhere. Oh, well done. I have lurked in a couple of your streams, but I don't think I've ever said hi. I'm not sure. This problem, sometimes I get shy and I don't say hi for ages when I lurk in people's streams. I think your stream, Cheadle, was the only one that I said hello the first time when I didn't lurk. I think everyone else's streams I've actually lurked a bit before I've actually spoken them. My trick is to pay an extraordinary amount of money to inject myself. Oh, you want some of those injection ones? I looked into them, but they're not suitable for me. They wouldn't help me, unfortunately. Possibly from Holly. Yeah, I discovered you through Holly, I'm sure of it. Guessing, yeah, that was the ads arm. So we've got ads starting in a second. Today I'm not knitting, I am creating mini stitch markers using earring finding. So technically they're earrings, but they're stitch markers for knitting and crochet. Using up odds and ends of yarn because I don't waste any of my yarn. Yeah, that's how I found you, Mike, was through Holly. In fact, most people I find is through Holly, let's be fair. Holly is fantastic. I think the only people I haven't found through Holly are the ones I found through the Lego raiding group when I got raided to start off a Lego train raid for people. So then I met a whole bunch of Lego people who are also absolutely fabulous people. Totally recommend checking them out. The Lego crowd on Twitch are fabulous. Right. Okay, ads are in, so we'll be back in just a moment. I'm back. Try that again, see if we do better. Oh, that wasn't Dickon. The king should have been in there too. I don't know why it wasn't. I'm not doing very well. I can't think of any more. Ooh, nice. I don't know anymore. It's a good job you're playing, Cheadle. You know what you're doing. Yay! Well done. So, leave it there. With Cheadle kicking ass. And go back to doing my crafting. There we go. Get back into my chair now without falling over would be really helpful. Oh, I see Cheryl says hello to someone, so I've obviously missed someone. Hello, sorry I've missed you. Let me scroll on chat and see who I missed. J-Max, hello. You're watching me at work? Well, welcome on in. Hope you're well, and I hope work's not too boring or too stressful. Hopefully I can keep you company and stop you going insane while at work. You work from home or are you working in the office? Or whatever job you do. You don't have to tell me what job you do, obviously. But I have quite a few people who work from home who just kind of lurk in the background, my husband included. Anyways, communities are strange though. It's like I started streaming because of friends from Under Constellation podcast. Now they pop in from time to time, but they're not part of my community. That's grown on its own, totally separate. Yeah, it's amazing how we meet each other in different ones, but our communities become completely their own thing, which is really nice. It's like, yes, I've got several people from Holly, obviously, because Holly's the one I've been viewing the longest. Holly was the first person I actually followed on Twitch. But instead, I had a group of wonderful people on the Lego side raid me while I was building my first Lego stream. They were going to be starting a Lego raid train in a few hours, so they raided into me, and I was finishing when the first raid train was starting, so they had me raid into their first person on their raid train, and I got to meet so many wonderful people on there. It was awesome. So I became part of the Lego community quite nicely, and I still go and follow and chat and talk to them all now. They're all fabulous. Then they're crafters as well, not just Lego people. They just happened to be Lego at the time that I followed them. And then obviously Emmy, she introduced me to Treat Your Geek and MASH and all that lot, because she mentioned them on her stream, so I went over and checked them all out. And I know I have several people from that who pop over now, and obviously Treat Your Geek raided me earlier. So I've just found some really lovely people, and it's been really nice. And having different people from different communities is quite nice, so that we don't all have the same things all at the same time, you know? Does that make sense? It's like Holly was saying on her stream yesterday, just because Holly is streaming at such and such date, or Cold is streaming at such and such time, doesn't mean we can't stream, because we have different communities. At first I tried not to stream at the same time as people I followed, often because I was watching them, but I've realised that I wouldn't be able to stream at all if I always held off to make sure there was a clean spot, because everyone's always streaming, it's busy. So I don't worry about that now, and I have my own community. And obviously thanks to you, Cheeto, I have a few people from your community over on mine now, because obviously Moss has popped on over. That's something I keep meaning to ask you and Moss. Her screen name obviously is More, so why do you call her Moss? Or am I just mishearing what you're saying? You're actually saying More, not Moss. I keep meaning to ask and I keep forgetting. Oh no, that is two. I need to do one more. Dark cow. One more and then the reds are done. Yay! There's my end there. It's not bad. Once we've done this one, we will have had 24 done. That's not bad going. It's not great, but it's not bad. Yeah, when I first streamed, I streamed from 11 to 2 a.m. to avoid people. That didn't work well. No, that's insane time to be streaming. No, that's bedtime. I mean, I'm not sleeping at that time. I'm reading, but I am in bed. Like, I'm going to try to do some morning streams. Because I do watch Holly on Tuesdays, on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I watch you, Cheeto, on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays. So it's harder to stream on those days because I don't want to not watch her. But obviously Holly's looking to add to her streams some other times, so we're probably going to cross over at some point, and so I'll just have to watch the VODs for those ones because I need to do some streaming myself. But yeah, I want to try doing some mornings, like Wednesday mornings. I'm hoping to start doing my Warhammer stuff, be Warhammer Wednesdays, and probably Fridays. I'm going to start trying to stream on Fridays at some point to do my jigsaw puzzles. Because I really want to get my jigsaw puzzles going. I haven't done one in ages. I have an entire channel dedicated to jigsaw puzzles, and I've not done a jigsaw puzzle in ages because I just haven't had time. So I want to try to drop in an extra stream and stream the building of them instead of filming, and then I can just edit the streams together as a like compilation. Is that the right word? Of all of the streams to put up as a upload once I've done the whole puzzle, you know, because some of them will be multiple streams because they're going to be bigger puzzles. So yeah, I need to get them done at some point, which was the whole point of all this change around, so that I wouldn't have to move anything in order to do them. So the puzzles will also have no face cam because they'll be done in the same place as the crafting. I'll just use poster boards to be able to lift the puzzles on and off, if that makes sense. Her name is Morgan and she has two nicknames, Moore and Moss. She uses Moore for usernames, but she mostly gets called Moss. Ah, okay. So she prefers Moss. I've been in her stream and chatted to her several times, and yet not once have I remembered to ask her while I'm there. That game she plays is interesting. Can't say I'd ever heard of it before I saw her playing it. It's quite funny to watch. The organising one. Right. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So we've got our 24 red. Just lay this back out so that I can twist it back up. Organizer, that was it. Organizer. I sent her that one because Goth was playing it. Oh right, yeah. Moss is the only person I've ever seen play it. I'd never even heard of it before I saw her play it. So I obviously missed that stream of Goths. I'm assuming you're on about Goskinski. That's how you say it, isn't it? Goskinski. I haven't caught any of her streams for a little while. I really hope I'm using the right pronouns for these people. I always forget to check what their pronouns are. I know Cozy is they, them. But everyone else, I just kind of hear their voice and assume, and I shouldn't do that. I should check. Did you hear about these stitch markers? Yes, they are. So I can't use lobster clasps, so I actually use earring findings. So they actually lever back earring findings. So the stainless steel lever back earring findings because they're easier to open and close. So a lot of people buy them as earrings. I wear them as earrings, and that way I've always got stitch markers with me. Which reminds me, I didn't respond to someone's comment about having plastic stitch markers. Completely forgot. We went on break at the time, didn't we? So sorry. I'm terrible. Just always tell me I've missed a chat. Yeah, I had plastic ones for quite a while. And then I started making these, and I've switched over to them because I prefer them. Because it's always a little bit of colour. And I can pick a colour that stands out vibrantly against whatever I'm working on. So it makes it good fun. Do I have green ones? I will have green ones. At the moment, the green that I'll be making this time round will be some of these ones. So that's the green options at the moment. Some of these are a little closer to blue. That's kind of the middle colour. But these are the green ones I will be making. Got orange and yellow to go, but there will be green ones. I have a bunch of green ones in stock, but they are in storage. I think I have 4 pairs in storage. I've sold a lot of them. But I can't remember what ones I've got over there. I'd have to look back on my stock photos. But otherwise, these are the green ones I will be making. Can I buy a pair made of the top right ball? Top right. This one or this one? I'm going to keep my finger here and you can tell me if this is the one you're meaning or not. This one. I can make you a pair. I'll do them now. These are some of my hand-dyed yarns, so the colour is going to be unique. Almost everything here is my hand-dyed yarn. The only ones that aren't are the cottons. Well, most of the cottons. Some of the cottons are my hand-dyed yarn. Some of the cotton was given to me by a crafty friend who had all these little odds and ends, like all these bits here, that were going to waste. And I'm like, well, I can use them on these. They're not going to waste. Yeah, just DM me address. Don't worry about payment. Because they're pretty small, so postage should be pretty cheap. But they should go in a little letter, little envelope thing. No, I'm paying you. You're a salesperson. Live on stream. Don't offer freebies. Very good point, Cheadle. Very good point. This is the thing. I love crafting. I'm a terrible salesperson. So why Duncan helps me do all the sales. Like I panic when it comes to doing change and things and adding things up. I'm good at math, but anxiety means I panic whenever I'm doing it. So Duncan's always there to help me do it. And I just love talking about the crafts, not trying to sell them. But I have to sell them. That's kind of the point of the business. It's not a business if I'm not making any money. I think according to half my family, even with me making money, it's still not a business, it's my hobby. This is not a hobby. Taxman definitely says it's not a hobby. Yeah, I'll message you on Discord after stream. Grab your address off you and that. Probably won't get it posted out until Saturday. I don't think I'll have time to get an envelope and that and get it posted out tomorrow. Because I don't think I've got any little envelopes left. Problem is, I don't keep a lot of little envelopes in, because 9 times out of 10, if someone's ordering something, they're ordering a skein of yarn or several skeins of yarn, so I just put the little things in little pouches in the boxes. So I only keep a few little envelopes around, and I don't think I've bought any for a while, so I need to. I'm actually almost out of bags, so I need to have some bags before the next show because I already run out of organza bags, which is what I normally give people on stores when they order them. They get an organza bag with it, but I ran out of organza bags. I should have one left that I can put these in for you, but I think that might be my last organza bag. So I need to put an order in. We also need to, man down, also need to order business cards. I keep forgetting to order more. I'm almost out. I've been running them dry all year because I changed my logo. It's the same logo, but instead of my colour scheme being just black and grey, it's now black, white and pink. The main logo's pink now instead of grey. So I was running down my business cards so that when I ordered new ones I didn't have two different lots, but I kind of forgot that I haven't ordered anymore. So like the project I've been designing today, I suddenly realised now that I've almost finished designing it that I didn't buy any black filament to be able to print it out because it's going to be black, white and pink. It's the file was using my business colour scheme, and I forgot to buy the damn black, so I've got to buy that as well now. There we go. How's that? That alright for you? That is straight, it's just they keep going non-straight on my hands, but they are straight. Pop them to the side so that I don't mix them up in with these. Right, finish doing the green later. We will move on to orange because I'm trying to do it in rainbow order. Yep, they're within reach. They're literally just to the side here. They're in front of my iPad. That way I can't miss them because I've always got the iPad on me. God, this chair squeaks so bad. How's Sue's doing? Because obviously she was not very well the other day, wasn't she? How's she doing now? My eldest is home with a migraine and that he's not doing too well today. He came home from work last night looking like crap. Going back as you asked, Moss is there. Oh damn, I've been referring to them as she. I'm so sorry. I'll have to apologise when I see them next stream. They, them. Okay, I'll try to remember that. I'm so bad at remembering to ask people these things. Right, orange. Alright, let's do this cotton because there's not much of this cotton left. She's getting there, still tired, but functional tired. Oh, functional tired, I totally understand. That's kind of what I am at the moment. Oh, I hope she gets out of her flare soon. Has she seen the latest research from the ME what are they called? There's a bunch of research for CFS and ME that linking it to DNA and neurological conditions, which has been quite fascinating. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 5 for this one because it is quite a thick, because this is DK rather than full ply. She understands people get it wrong, that's the size of the chest. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I have a nibbling who was AFAB, but is kind of gender fluid. I think non-binary at the moment. I have to try to keep track of what they are, so I call them Niblin rather than niece or nephew, because that's the closest I found to a non-binary name for them. But they haven't picked an actual name for themselves yet, so just kind of have to check in with them what they're going to be called on the day that I talk to them. So I slip up sometimes, but I try very hard to get it right, because I think it's important that we do respect what they want to be called and who they are. Got a cool colour yarn bowl that's been designed for a friend of my son who lives here at the moment. It's a gift for their friend, which we've managed to design in the trans colour flag. So I just need to buy some turquoise, and then we're going to test how it comes out. I'm quite excited to see how well it comes out, so that way they can give their friend a yarn bowl, but in the trans flag colours, which I think is awesome. So it was a really nice idea when they asked if I could do it. Yeah, if I ever say it wrong, Cheadle, feel free to correct me. It means I'm having a brain fart and my brain's misfiring, and so I just need a gentle reminder that I've got it wrong, because it helps me remember the more I'm told. It's like I do get it wrong for my nibbling every so often, and they're like, Auntie Sonia, that's not correct, and then I'll apologise and correct it. But they know that I'm only doing it accidentally, not on purpose, so they don't mind. Just my brain doesn't always work correctly. Hell, nowadays I don't think my brain works correctly ever. I don't know how many I'll get done over the weekend on this, but once I've got a bunch of them, I'm going to send Duncan to storage to pop them in the associated stitch marker bags. I do have some empty containers here, 4 of them, from the beaver backs, because I just ordered 400 more. That's why my things refilled from the last stream. So I can put 4 colours in there and then send Duncan with them, at which point he can switch out any remaining spares that are left there of that colour and then bring me those empty containers back. and then continue cycling through until I get to the multicoloured ones, because those I actually don't have a single spare of them and no container for them, so I need to use some of the new ones that I got today. That is somebody home. That is my youngest home from work. How was work today? Cool. Yeah, it's been nice and relaxing and quiet, which is nice. It's been chatty, but you know, it's not hectic, which is good because I'm tired. Yeah, should be enough here to do the form. Possibly have one spare and get this one used up out of the way then. Do like using up the last of this ball, because it means that there's one less thing I've got to store, because I'm trying very hard to keep my craft supplies down to a bare minimum need, not a massive stash, because we don't have room for it, which is why I now have a storage unit for my stock, so that we can actually move in our conservatory now. You still can't use it as a conservatory, it's still my craft room, it's still full of everything. It's got all my 3D printers and all that sort of stuff in it. But at least now we can actually get in there, and security cameras can see everything easily, not be hid by anything, which is all good. Yeah. Get this one off. There we go. Okay. Possibly twisted this one a little tiny, so let's try to give it some room to manoeuvre. I wonder if the other side will work better. Might have to take a twist out if I can't get this one over. That's a little looser, that one went in a bit easier. Yeah, sometimes I twist them just a little too tight and I have difficulty transferring one end over the other. But there we go. So is Suze's favourite colour green? My favourite colour is pink, but my favourite colour to play any board game is green. I'm always green. I was green in yesterday's board game and did well. I won. No, we have one game, Mysterium. I don't know if you ever played that. They have absolutely no green counters, and I mean that's just rude. Why would you create a board game that doesn't have green as a counter? Need to get around to buying some purple meeples for my Cassadone? Ugh, words. We got one that had like a it was like 20th edition one, and it had stickers for all of the meeples, but it had spare stickers for purple meeples that didn't come with it. So I need to buy some purple meeples so that I can put them on there and make the game 6-player instead of 5-player. Not a favourite colour, but as a redhead, that's what's supposed to... Ah, yes. Love red hair. It's so pretty. That's not bad. Only that much wasted. Which I think is acceptable quantities. I try very hard to minimise waste. Saw an interesting fact the other week about redheads. Obviously, redheads is considered a mutation gene, so there's less redheads than blondes and brunettes and things. But apparently, there's less redheads than there are intersex people, which I found quite fascinating because obviously intersex people aren't spoke about a lot. It's kind of hushed, which is ridiculous. But yeah, they're more common than redheads apparently. Which I find things like that fascinating. We have a lot of natural red in our family. It's quite funny. We all look, well, most of us are born pure blonde, but we go darker to brunettes over the years. But weirdly, all the blokes, even with their dark brunette hair, when their beards grow, they're all red. Even my middle son, he hates it. He even had me dye his beard at one point because it grows red. I keep telling him it's the Scottish genes because my granddad's from Glasgow. And natural is more blonde with a tinge of red, but her sister is true red. Awesome. So hard to get a decent red, fake red dye. I mean, I tend to go with bright, so completely false colour anyway, but to get a true, proper redhead is harder to get done. Don't know why, it should be more available. I was brought pure blonde and I'm lighter brown now with gingery beard, and that one with ginger beard. I agree, I quite like the ginger beard. But yeah, for some reason, all of my boys were born with pure blonde ringlet hair, and now they're all brunettes or mousy brown. But yeah, their beards grow in red. It's not as noticeable on my youngest. You have to kind of catch it in the correct light. But my middle son is just straight up red. He really doesn't like it. And I don't know why, because I think it looks quite good. But then you get all these people who don't like that they're going grey or silver, you know, and they start dyeing their hair to hide it. I got so excited when I saw my first silver hair. And I have several now. You can't see them very well on camera, but I do have several now, and they're so pretty. And I can't wait to go full head of silver or grey. I mean, some of it's actually white, so I don't know if I'm actually going to go white rather than silver. I don't know, we'll have to find out. I shave my head, but I'd quite like to go grey. Grey is cool. Wow, my poor hair colour. What colour? What colour were you born, Mally? Unlike Mally, I can grow my hair. Oh, Oh, personally, I think a bald man's quite sexy. Patrick Stewart is hot as fuck. I've always quite liked Patrick Stewart. I know, weird taste. I think this is weird. I really like bald men, and I really like men with long hair, but I'm not so bothered about the in between. So Duncan used to crew cut his hair, and now he grows it long, and I love it. When he had it in between, never really bothered me. Manny was born in white. Manny. Brown, you think? Yeah. So it's been a while since you remember what colour your hair you had then. I look a lot older when I grow my hair out because it's thinning. That's why I decided to shave. Yeah, my middle younger brother, he doesn't like the fact that he's thinning, and nor does my middle son. So they both have super short hair. My middle son Reese goes to the hairdresser to have it cut short like every 2 weeks. He doesn't like it growing at all. He doesn't like crew cut shave it, but he has it really short cut. Because he doesn't like the fact that if he let it grow, it would be curly, and he doesn't like that. The same with my brother. But they get it from my dad. My dad had curly hair. And I sort of have curly hair. I spent years destroying it by trying to straighten it, but now I'm embracing it. It's becoming back to it's quite wavy with loose curls when I bother doing something with it instead of just tying it back in a scrunchie. To be honest, my younger son's hair is thinning because he wore cap too much, and it irritated his scalp. We have a history of eczema and things in this house, in this family, so irritation on our skin often leads to hair loss. So we're trying to grow his hair back healthy with nice deep conditioners and oils and things out with the scalp and things, and trying to get it better because he's only 20, so he doesn't really want to be going bald right now. Though one of my cousins was bald by 20, so it's highly possible. Right, so what colour should we do next? Let's get this little bright one. I think it's slightly dodging on the yellow side, but I think I quite like it. Yeah, my mum always jokes she doesn't remember what my natural hair colour is because I dye it so much. But I don't dye it much now. But from about 15, 16 onwards, I did dye it a lot. And weird and wonderful colours. I mean, I've been orange, I've been yellow, I've been green, I've been blue, I've been very pink. Like this sort of pink. I've literally been the rainbow. I've had a rainbow. I really like bright colours. So when I'm on I have been black. There was a short time I had black hair and brunette hair and that. At this point, my hair's semi-natural. I did a very light bleach on it beginning of the year, and then put pink over it. But because it was just a very light lighting, not a natural full-on bleach, it came out red rather than pink. Because when I lighten my hair, I go red. But I can't keep up with the bright colours anymore, which is why I bought wigs, and I'm just gonna wear wigs because it'd be easier because I can style it and then shove it on my head, and not have to worry about regrowth and things. Because if I had a face cam, you'd see some serious regrowth on my hair right now. I won't talk about my thick, luscious locks that many women are jealous of. Your hair is gorgeous, Cheeto. I'm jealous of it. Right, I've got to go do the lawn and poison the weeds because my landlord is picking up postmail and he kicks off. Ah, good luck. We kind of need to do ours too. Cheeto, chill out, Sam Ryder. Your hair really is gorgeous, Cheeto. I mean, the colour and the length is just beautiful. My eldest son's hair is gorgeous. That photo didn't show how lovely it really is because he'd actually just got back from work and I took the photo after he'd been in the hot kitchen all day with hairnets on, which is why it looks like such a mess. But when we actually wash and style it, his hair is actually really, really wavy and curly and it's gorgeous. But I didn't have it in me to style his hair before taking the photo because he needed to wash it after being in the kitchen all day anyway. Come on. Got this one a little too close so it's not quite lining up. Come on. Again, these are stainless steel jump rings, so a little stiffer than your average jump ring because I like to make sure that they're strong because people also use them as zipper pulls and so they gotta be strong. The favourite one I've been called is Jason Momoa from TV. I mean, to be fair, to be compared to him in any shape or form is not bad. How you doing, Cheryl? You've been quite quiet. I hope I'm not missing messages and it's not coming through. Better pop over there and have a quick look just to be safe. Nope, not. It's still working. Got to check with YouTube because sometimes the messages stop coming through to the restream stuff. That's more when I've plaited it and with the intention of being wavy. Yeah, I can totally see it. Love wavy hair. Wavy and curly hair is just so pretty. It's a nightmare to handle, but it's so pretty. I'm a little annoyed Naughty Hair Care, who I buy most of my hair care products from. One of the products that we all use in this house, I got an email to let me know, is being discontinued. I'm like, rude. I use that every day. Well, not quite every day, but pretty close. So now I've got to find a different one. Yeah, probably have to go back to the one that I was using before that I swapped out for it. It'll still do the job, but annoying that I have to change again. You're okay, just not saying much. No worries, Chef, just checking you're okay. Hope your spinning's going well. We've got ads in 4 minutes. Okay, people? think I will end my stream at my normal time, and take the time that Duncan's doing his crochet making in the garage as time to play a game, because I didn't get to play on Tuesday because I was down and out with migraine. I won't stream the game, I'll probably play House Flipper or something. I suppose I could stream it. I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling. If I streamed it, I'd probably only stream it on Twitch, not YouTube. You'll all be sick to death of these stitch markers by the end, won't you? Every Thursday. And then once I've done the show, I'll have to make a bunch more ready for my next show, but I'll take a month off before I make any more. Well, it depends. If I sell out, then I'll have to make a bunch more because I'll need them for the website. Spinning is going okay, working on some Shetland comb top that's been on hold for too long. Have 2 bobbins left to do. Ooh! Yay! Good luck in getting it finished. I still need to finish the damn ply of my neon yarn so I can get Abby's yarn spun up. Haven't had a chance to do it yet. Probably should do that after I stream, but my legs are hurting already, so I don't think I'm going to be capable of spinning. Probably going to have to stand up soon. Quite happy going through my bags trying to find some red and purple yarns. I actually managed to find another skein of the blue sparkle because people were loving them, but I had absolutely none left. So now I'll be able to make a bunch more, which will be really good. Yeah, I thought I'd used all of that yarn up, but I obviously had one mini skein left in among the weaving stuff. That's where I grabbed all of my colours from because I was running out of the really tiny balls. Because normally I only use the really tiny balls for this stuff, but they're actually selling faster than I can make projects. So I had to start raiding my weaving end bags instead, because usually the big balls, like these big balls here, they get used in slightly bigger projects first, and then it's the leftovers of that get made into these. But I haven't had time to do any fun projects, so I'm just turning them into these anyway. It does mean I should have plenty of that colour for people, which would be handy. Because that's the one thing, because they're all made with odds and ends of yarn, I don't necessarily have thing. We are about to go into ads, so we will be right back. Cheeto, hi. I saw your message. You're there. Sorry if you were playing words, you can't play them in a minute. There. Can you see them? Sorry guys, I had to run off upstairs quickly. But I'm back. Shattered now. Right. What have you done? Lots. Oh, did we get it in time? Yay! I'll do one more. then I sit down. Standing up's quite nice. One of the ones where I ease again. We all know I struggle on that. It is hard, isn't it? I actually can't think of any. I'm just kind of putting random letters in at this point. If you're finding it hard, I've got no chance. Oh, we did pass though. We got 39 out of 31. Yay! Mine might bounce, I think. It says there's a lot of interference, but I'm hoping there isn't because I've unplugged the power supply, so there shouldn't be. Okay. Relax that and go back to crafting. There we go. Oh, it would help if I turned the screen back round so I can actually see the chat. I've got the chat window on a revolving portrait monitor so that I can turn it depending on whether I'm at the craft table or the computer. But I forgot to turn it back round to the craft table area. God, that might go very high. Hopefully that'll. What time is it anyway? 5:14. Okay. So we've got about 15 minutes. So we'll see. I will probably stop then, but I don't know. We will see. I've also got to finish adjusting and sewing my youngest son's anime costume for. He's going to a anime convention the same weekend I'm doing the wall show, but the skirt he bought for his out costume is a little too small. They didn't have one his size, so we bought the smaller one and I'm going to adjust it. We were going to try to find some fabric that I can just attach to it, but we actually couldn't find anything the right colour. But it turns out the sleeve parts of the costume are really wide, so there's enough fabric there for me to take some from the sleeves and add it to the skirt without the sleeves looking incorrect, because they still look wide, they just won't be as wide. And then hopefully I can just remove the zip, add in the extra fabric, and then have the zip further in, giving those extra few inches that you need to fit into it, because it doesn't have to be perfect. it's going to mainly be hid, but we want to still make it match as much as possible, you know. So that's those two. See, don't have anything white yet, so should we go with that one? Because we haven't got the Luminous Orange. I'm gonna have to check the set. I don't know if it's my OBS or whether it's this monitor that just really blows out the colour. Because the other monitors, they don't look as bad. That's weird. This is a thinner one, so we're doing more rats. I'm actually getting a little hungry, so I might stop streaming at 5:30 just so I can go and eat. Because I haven't pulled in my little flask that Duncan made me to eat, because I didn't want to get a mess over the white table. And I've got maize kush kush. So basically a gluten-free kush kush. It's just maize, and chickpeas, kind of a Moroccan stew type thing. It's got some sweet fruit in it to give it a little sweet thing, as well as veg, and that's really quite nice. But I knew I'd make a mess if I tried to eat that quickly, so I didn't bother trying to eat it today on my snack. My snack time, I didn't go and get one. And some of these line up perfectly first time, and others are such a pain to do. You never know which one's gonna be. Some point when it's closer to winter and I'm doing these so it's a little darker, I'll have to get the black light out so you can see how much these all glow under black light, because all my neons glow really brightly under black light, but the yellow's insanely bright. This yellow under black light is just in your face, you can't miss it, it's wonderful. I always describe it as like an 80s rave, an 80s, 90s rave. I spotted 2 flies on my Lego flowers. How rude. They're not real. Go away. Obviously got a window open somewhere and they've come on in. Don't try to hit him with the fly squatter, so I'll break my Lego apart. Just my luck. There's no camera pointing this way, so you are safe to go past if you need to. This one's been a little blighter. There we go. I don't think we've done too bad today. I'll definitely get this orange set of orange finished. That'd be 4, 8, 12 oranges. So we've done all 24 red plus 12 oranges by the end of the stream. That's not too bad at all. With the amount I have chatted on this, it's surprising. After watching you play Portal so much, Shield, Duncan started Portal back up from the beginning. I've been watching him play so that I can try to understand what I'm doing when I come to play it. Yeah, no, Duncan was really enjoying watching you on Fridays. And yeah, really got back in the mood for doing it. So yeah, he started playing it and then restarted it from the beginning so that I'd be able to watch and see how it starts, so that I can understand what to do for at least the first few levels, so that I'm not going in completely blind. But it looks like it's going to be reasonably self-explanatory for me, which is good. I was a little worried it was going to be really complicated, because obviously some of those community levels you play, they're freaking awesome, but I'm so confused. And yeah, it looks like it won't be quite as confusing at the beginning of playing the proper original Portal, so that won't be too bad, hopefully. But Duncan often is lurking in your streams. He might not always be, he doesn't always chat, but he also doesn't always have it open on his phone. Sometimes we've got you up on the TV up on with the PlayStation, and he's watching along with me on there. But he's now trying to make sure he has you on his phone so he can save up cake points, so that he can help towards the VR goal. It does hold your hand for the first game to get used to the idea of thinking what's. Yeah, which is great, because that's exactly what I need. because yeah, I have to admit I was a little worried I was going to be so confused. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it even more now because I know that they're going to be able to show me what I'm doing, and it's not going to be just into the deep end of not knowing what I'm doing, which is going to be really nice. These damn flies, I've got to find the squatter, the electric one. Three minutes before I'm supposed to end, so we'll definitely get this orange one finished here. And then I suppose I better start looking who I can raid into. Don't know who's on, so I'm going to have a look, see. Whoever's watching, lurking, whatever, if you've got an idea of who to raid into, let me know. I'll have a look and see who I know is on. But I'm always open for ideas in case I can't find anyone. Don't know if you can hear that, but that's someone's car alarm going off outside. You wonder why you say you all mean. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. We are torturous little gits, aren't we? Though, to be fair, I jumped a lot on your stream yesterday. Each time that what you call it came up into your face, I jumped. I think the first time it happened, I just went, oh fuck. This is the thing. When I start doing it, I'm going to swear so bad. I know I am. I'm going to try not to really hard, but I know at some point it's just going to slip out. I won't be able to stop it. So I hope people don't get offended by foul language. Yeah, Wednesday really was hell, wasn't it? I mean, between us giving you jump scares and the actual jump scares from the game, that was a hard day for you. It was a hard day for me. And I wasn't even playing it. Oh. I said to Duncan at one point, I really want to do a jump scare, but I'm not gonna because I don't want to give you a heart attack. That's them done. The Channel Lego bricks are on their way. Oh, sorry, yes. So what you're... For a second I was trying to... What? No, I remember now. Awesome. See, I told you it didn't matter if you told me in advance because I'd forget and wouldn't tell anyone. Right, so that is done. So we didn't do too bad today, did we? We got all of them done for the day. So we got all of the red ones. So these ones are more pink than red, but I was pushing on borderline on what reds I had. And then we've got this much of the orange. We got halfway on the orange. I'll probably finish them off stream. I'll either do the yellows next Thursday, or if I've already done them, we'll move on to the greens and the blues. But let's switch over to the other camera. It was those little shits that popped up when I was talking in Britain. I think it was in this. Yes, that made me jump so bad, really, really badly. I was not expecting that. Like, Kim, I'm about to go on. That's gonna have a camera coming this way, so I don't know if you want to come out that way so that you're not seen.
That's right.
Yeah, there's been some bugging the hell out of me. There's one on my flower now, but there was two. Right, full cam. Turn that around. Right, guys, let's see who's around to raid. Let's do my sorry excuse for a raid message first. This is on camera, just so you know. Duncan walking through with all of the what you call it, bowls? Yarn bowls. let's do that. Cheeto says hi.
Say hello back.
He says hello back. He's kind of running around. Right, who have we got to raid? Let's see. Oh, they've been on a long time. They're bound to be coming off soon, so there's no point going to them. There's like Gus playing Peak, which isn't really crafty vibe, but still cool. We got some Lego. Don't want to raid into someone who's been up for a while, because they might end up raiding out. Madwell's been on for about an hour, so she'd probably be going for quite a while yet, won't she? Though she's got a flashing battery on her camera, so she might crash out in a second. Goss on and Madwell. Yeah, Goss doing Peak, isn't she? So not quite the crafty vibe. Though I might go and watch that myself in a minute. So I think maybe we'll go to Mad, because she's doing D&D dice from the looks of it. So yeah, we'll go along to Mad. So let's start that. But I will see you definitely on Tuesday, unless I've got a migraine. But maybe some other times if I decide to do some morning streams or extra streams. But otherwise, I will see you all soon. So you all take care. Bye.